Hey guys, Alan Lee here, running for president. Might not be much of a run yet, might be a little bit of a crawl just starting out, but with your help, let's give them all a run for their money and make it to the top. I have another video out right now, it's about the climate change. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but please take a look. It's on my website, I'll show that to you. I'm making as many as possible. With a full-time job and a part-time job, and married with kids too, so I don't get any sleep, what can I tell you? This one is about that thing. That thing. We don't want more of that, don't we? I don't have enough of these. Trust me. Let's get into it. Okay. Well, like it says here, you can read it. You may not have known this stuff. I didn't know these statistics either. There's 12 million millionaires in the U.S. There's 550 billionaires in the U.S. This stuff might be a little out of date, too. I'm sure the numbers went up. Total worth, $2,500 trillion. I'm not even talking about corporations or businesses. I'm talking about people, families. $2,500 trillion. That's with the T, not billion, trillion. Okay, there's 15 million families making 100 grand. That's more than 3 times as much as I'm making, and I know it's more than 3 times as much as a lot of you making. Because of that, more than half of all families in the U.S. make 30 grand or less, including me. That's pretty bad. That's with a full-time job and a part-time job too. And I have a master's degree in business. What's wrong with this picture? Let's keep going. Okay, how do we fix it? How do we get some more of this stuff? Well, I did some little calculations. I went up to Calculus 4 in college, and I had to add. If the family's making $100,000, pay $3,300 more, it's only 3.3%. That's nothing. That's $50 billion a year, because there's so many of them. If billionaires pay about 100 million more, which sounds like 100 million, but these guys have billions. It still leaves them with hundreds of millions of dollars if they just pay 100 million more than what they are right now. That gives us 55 billion a year. Obamacare taxes rich people making about $250,000. It taxes them about 2%. That's where the money comes from for the Affordable Care Act. A lot of people don't know that. If you triple that amount, it's still only 6% of these people making $250,000 or more. This gives us enough money to keep the Affordable Care Act going, the insurance for everybody, and another 70 billion a year. Add that up, it's almost 200 billion a year. Now what are we going to do with that money? There's a heck of a lot we could do with that money, isn't there? One, that would get you thousands in tax refunds. It'll vary depending on the need, of course. The poorer you are, the more you're going to get. The richer you are, the less you need. How about all this stuff? You've read about all this stuff a zillion times. Poverty and immigration and all that stuff. Infrastructure. Let's use some of the money for that. I wish these were real. Now take a look at this. There's an old expression, money can't buy happiness. You want to bet? You know, we don't expect to be zillionaires, most average people like me. But, you know, it would be nice if we didn't have to struggle paycheck to paycheck, working 10 zillion hours a week and making no money. You know, I wake up in the morning so early to go to work, my kids are sleeping. I get back so late from the second job, the kids are sleeping. I can't see them. Days, nights, weekends. You know what it's like. You're doing it too, some of you. Anyway, let's get back into this. If somebody really rich has a really bad disease and all the scientists and doctors in the world can't fix him, he's not going to be too happy, is he? But most of us don't have a problem like that. So let's take a look at what we can do with $175 billion. Some of it we can use to fix this. Of course, climate change too, naturally. We can also do some of this, can't we? How about buying more food? For people who just can't even... I'm on food stamps too. And I know a lot of you are too. I think like 40 million people. That's ridiculous. How about buying better clothes? Getting a better job? Buying a car? Getting a better car? Getting a house? Getting a better house? Fixing your house? Paying for college? Vacation? I can't even spell that word anymore. Guess I got it right this time. So, you know, And the funny thing is, everybody's pretty much looking to do the same thing. Even in other countries, everybody wants these things. Unless you're in some really poor, undeveloped country, then all you want is food. Well, that's another story. I'll be making a video about that too. So anyway, please go on my site, click on the endorse, or if you can swing a little bit of that, if you can at all, $5, $20, whatever you can. If you can't, please just endorse me. Pass the word to your friends. Let's get this going. That's what I'm called. As you can see on here too, that's the site. Here it is in one line, if it's easy for you guys to copy. That's pretty much it. The next video I'm working on right now is going to be about religion, church, and God, pretty much. It's coming up. The one on climate change is already there. There's a few different versions. You can look at the fast one if you want. That one's going to be on Instagram too. I just didn't load it on there yet, but it's on YouTube. See you soon. Check it out. Please pass the word. We all want the real stuff, right? This is nice to look at. I never saw one of those for real. They make them even better, even bigger, I heard. But let's see if we can do this. Let's take that 175 billion and help us and fix some potholes too. I'll see you around. Thanks. Alan Lee. Please pass the word. Go on the site, click endorse, and do this if you can. Thanks.